Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the YouTube channel for Western Timber Limited. Thanks for coming back. You must love my videos because you've returned to watch another one. Now this is me today. I basically filmed the whole process of me machining the timber ready to make a casement window. So this is the bottom or the head of the window. Either way, it's the same sort of pattern, and you can see me using my Record Mortise machine. Yeah, this basically is the easiest method for me for doing my mortise and tenons. You'll see me doing this on most of my videos moving forward because I love using traditional methods. The idea of this is basically that mortise and tenon is tight, that you don't need any sort of mechanical fixings. That's the way I do these. So yeah, hopefully the next clip you'll see some more. I'll go silent so you can watch this, and I will keep talking on the next clip. So yeah, I've now mortised and tenoned. I'm going to go over to the bench now, and using a 1/4 inch chisel, I'm going to clear out the bottom side of the mortise. And yes, I'm using a wooden mallet because I love to. You would have seen my other videos. I've recently sharpened these chisels, so they're ready to go. So I've used a Festool F clamp as well to clamp it to the bench, so it's not moving. And in the background you'll see the other casement windows I've machined on the new table saw, ready to be made tomorrow. And what's in the glue clamps is the centre bar of the window, which I'll show you at the end of this video. Have a look on the other clip, you'll see other ways of doing this. So I've taken them over to the bandsaw and trimmed them, as you can see, nice and tight. That is the tenon there all cut. Now it's time to do the other side. So yeah, I've been using my Axminster professional bandsaw to do the tenons today. I'm using a really fine tooth cut blade. I think there's about 48 teeth on this bad boy. So I'm getting a really good cut, and you'll see that the tenons cut really square, and I can see what I'm doing. This machine is fantastic. It's great for these cuts. Unfortunately, the Festool depth gauge doesn't go that high to be able to do the sort of like the tenon how I would have liked to have done it. So this is where the bandsaw really comes in handy for doing these types of cuts, repetitive cuts. It's really reliable and yeah, easy to use. You can see me using my fingers there to scribe the tenon. That's what I've always done. You will not see me with any other tool in my hand other than my finger and a pencil. That's probably pretty much the method I use for doing all of my joinery. You won't be seeing me getting out a combination square to do a cut like that. So once I've cut the top tenon, I then cut the bottom tenon. Same process as the bottom one really. I try not to push the material too hard, trying to let the bandsaw do its work. If you push, your blade will wander and there won't be very good cuts on the tenon. So always let the machine do the work and you just guide it basically. Got a lot of respect for the bandsaw because this is the machine that nearly took my arm off last year or the beginning of this year, so I'm quite lucky. I've still got my left arm and my fingers, so I treat it with utter respect. So that's another one cut, both ends. Back to the mortise machine. Same process again for the other sides, the head, the rails, the centre bar. It's quite a repetitive process, but if you're like me, you'll enjoy it. So it doesn't matter how long it takes. And in fact, this is the fastest window I've ever made due to the new table saw. Because of its sliding bed, the rebates have been cut so fast, I was able to do all of them in one go. So yeah, definitely got a lot more time now to concentrate on getting my mortise and tenons really, really tight and looking sharp. And there's the mortise. Bosh. Back on the bench, same thing again. Tidy up. Tidy up that mortise. Always clamp everything to your bench. Just stops anything falling off. That gives you full control when you're giving it a whack. So now I'm just marking out for the rebate cut now on the tenon. So that's what I'm marking out there. You can see, transferring it with my trusty finger. My marking gauge never let me down. You'll see me do this all the time. Never use anything else than my finger gauge. There you go, just giving you a demo. So here I thought I'd show you, I use a Japanese themed saw, apart from my shoulder. I didn't realise I was filming my shoulder. I think I moved my shoulder out in the next clip. I'll try and edit that out. No shoulder. So you can see me using the pull saw by Irwin. It's a fantastic cheap alternative than a Japanese saw. I basically haven't used a tenon saw for years since I purchased this saw. I always buy these, they're fantastic. Yeah, as I said, unfortunately the Festool doesn't go this high on the depth cut, so you have to resort to the old traditional elbow grease, and nothing's better than a Chinese themed saw, pull saw. They're fantastic. Wouldn't use any other saw for this. They're doing my tenon. So you can see there I've cut the steps out, and I'm going to use the Irwin saw again. I really need to get a GoPro, guys, so you can see what I'm actually doing on my chest, and then it will cut out these shoulder elbow images. At least it proves it's me doing it, I suppose. So yeah, same process again as the other tenon. Using the pull saw to get my cut absolutely square, flat and plumb. No need to clean off with a chisel when you've got one of these bad boys. Beautiful. Back to the mortise machine. Now I'm doing the centre rail cut out mortise. So now I'm just flipping it round to do the other edge. What you find with this record mortise machine is it's fantastic for accuracy on your cuts, and yeah, it's square every time. It's the same process. If you look after your tools, they'll look after you, and this thing gets regularly maintained. And I actually get the mortise cutters from Appleby Wood Turnings. They're the only company that still make English steel mortise chisels. The Chinese stuff is rubbish. Do not buy Chinese mortise cutters. They are crap. This is English Sheffield steel. Unbelievably sharp and consistently correct every time. You can see I don't force it all the way in the first time. Just gradually let the machine do the work. And back onto the bench. Nice little clean up. And there you are, one window. All mortised and tenoned, all rebaited, centre rails in, ready for the casement.